So today I'm back at it with another video. Ignore what's going down in the background. That is my dog. But I wanted to record this video before I'm off to my volleyball practice today, since we do have a game coming up. But today is a special video. I usually don't, well, I didn't plan on taking a video today, but I am, one, because I request from my friends who I'm messaging currently, and you can't see that, and two, is World Kidney Day, and that, it's basically we celebrate kidneys and we raise more awareness than we already are in this day, probably because it's World Kidney Day. But yeah, so today's video is suggested by my friend here. She asked me a question. Have you ever been judged about it? It being my condition? Or you can't do PE and people think you're faking it or something? Now it's here, I'll show you that text. Just one momento. So you see actually what she said, so you don't think I'm bad at grammar. There we go. But this is actually a good topic for me to go over because I actually have been. Oh, that's still too bright. I'm super sorry. And I know you can't really see that, and I'm sorry. But that is her wording. If you can read backwards, you are a power player here because you can read this. And you can also see what time of day I'm recording this at. It is 14:37, and I have volleyball soon. So yeah, we're recording this now. So yeah. Okay, but going back to her question. Sorry, I just forgot it. That's the thing I have. But I have been judged about my ADP kitty. I have been put in boxes. Basically, people, you know how people judge you and say, oh yeah, since you're the volleyball player, the athletic, you're in this group. When I told people that about my condition at my old school, and this elementary school, people bullied me because of it. I was put in a group of one, and that was disabled. And I don't like to consider myself disabled, even though I do have some moments where I can't do stuff like normal people or do certain things because I'm not normal, and that's totally okay with me. So, but I have been judged many times. I've been like, oh, so you're basically gonna die soon because your kidneys are gonna fail? Or, can I give you my kidney so then I can have, and then can I give you my kidney? I'm super sorry, I have a speech issue. And then when people say that and I don't really know them, I feel like they're going to want to have some type of leverage over me for the rest of my life. Or until their kidney dies on me. And so, another common one I get was, oh wow, I wonder what it's like being you. That one really hurts me, personally, because I'm basically being asked, or I'm being told that that person couldn't live with my condition, that this person wouldn't be able to fully support me because of what my condition is. And that's what I really don't like, is being put in a box, or being basically told to someone that they can't live with my condition, and that really sucks for me. I mean, totally honest, that totally sucks for me. Okay, so now to our second question, can't you do PE? There were times throughout my whole entire life with my condition so far, which is not until my whole entire life, but it's 4 years now. There was times I couldn't do PE because, one, my kidneys were acting up, and so that day I was having a bad pain day, and so I ended up missing PE or adjusting what we were doing PE so that I could do it. Running has been a really big one for me. Running tends to bother my kidneys more because then my pain spikes and I most likely overdo it. So that one I'm kind of careful with. I try not to run too much, but I also try to be active. So sometimes me being active is taking my dog for a W. I'll put what that means down in the description below. because I do have 2 dogs in my room and I really don't want them to get all hyper. So I do other things than taking a W. I play volleyball with my friends. I do a lot of other things too. So if you want to know that, DM me on my Instagram account that I have. I'll put it down in the link below. Well, not the link, the username below, so that you can go check it out and DM me there. Sorry. There are some things like I'm very cautious about. Like, we used to play dodgeball on rainy days at my junior high school. I'm gonna keep on talking. My dog's like once out of my room. So, but when we're playing like any type of game with a ball, I'm much more careful about it. I'm more careful about the ball hitting my kidneys or not, or especially my back area, because if I get hit super hard there, one, it's going to tighten up my back more. Sorry. And it's going to make my pain worse later. So, yeah, that's just some restriction, and it's getting better though, so let's keep hoping and praying for that. And for the next question, or final question, I don't know, just people, like, do people think you're faking it or something? There are some people and teachers that have thought I've been faking it. Now, this one I'm about to say is just a superstition. I don't really know if it's true or not, but I did feel like my 6th grade teacher believed I was faking it, or was really mad at me because of it, because I wouldn't finish some schoolwork at times, because, like, when I turned in and everything, because I could not handle the pain. It was that bad, and the work was just overpiling on me. So I didn't have enough time to, sorry, I'm looking now, but I didn't have enough time to finish it because I had other schoolwork from her that I needed to get done. And so for me, that was really hard with that teacher. But there has been other people too, where they're like, well, I don't believe you, and you don't need special treatment just because they're different. Now, with that comment, I really don't like the special treatment, but I do understand that if I don't like something, but I need it, that's okay, because I did not ask for my condition. And so coming with that do not ask for that condition thing, I get I did not ask for this, but I have to deal with it, or I have to live with it. And I'm grateful for the different treatment I get at times, because I'm not being penalized or like downgraded from a grade that I deserve, all because I turned it in late. So I'm thankful for that, because if I'm in school or if I'm missing schoolwork, it is because my back pain was so bad, or I was really having a bad chronic illness day, which is basically where I have my chronic fatigue, which fatigue means tiredness, if you don't know that. And that really makes me more painful too, so yeah. Another thing I've gotten from like, people saying you're faking it was like, oh, if you're faking it, then how? I know you're faking. Sorry. They're like, I know you're faking it because this day you were fine and on the next day you weren't. That's not how illnesses work. You go from being good to bad. There's no one going up and back. Now that one, that is totally false. Everyone, if it with an illness, like chronic illness or any type of illness, knows you have the good and bad days. And especially if the person who's talking about you doesn't have an illness of their own, or doesn't really have someone they really talk about that has an illness. Sorry, I keep on saying the word illness a lot, but they wouldn't understand. They wouldn't know what it's like for someone living with my condition, or most likely chronic illness in general. And it is totally possible to have good days and bad days. I remember one day I was feeling on top of the world, like -2 pain. And then the next day, because I felt so great the day before, I was being myself again. The next day, my pain was at an 8, unbearable. Well, had than 8, but it was unbearable. So yes, I do get whatchamacallit, like people saying I'm faking it. And do I deal with it? Yes. It's something you have to deal with when you have an illness that's invisible. Hashtag invisible illness. So I have to say that because I do have an invisible illness. But something I thought of while I was making this video was responses that I get when I tell somebody I do have ADPKD. Because these are some of the funny ones, or ones that I kind of laugh at. Or when I say, oh yeah, I'm having chronic fatigue today. And just these responses I get. To me, these are kind of funny though, because you're like, oh no! So it's like those type of things. So one reaction I have is, oh no, I feel so bad for you. And so 9 out of 10 times I'm saying, well, don't feel bad for me. It's not your fault. I mean, it's technically not their fault. And I really don't understand what they're trying to tell me here. So, yeah. Another one is, I'm so sorry for you. I wish I could take it away from you. That I'm so sorry. That's not really necessary because, well, I'm living with my condition. But I could see in a point of way that you are generally sorry or, like, sad about it. That I have ADPKD and you've known me for X amount of time. Then yeah, I understand that part. But if you, like, just met me, and I don't tell people who just met me, but I used to didn't. Ugh. So yeah. Another one I get is, ooh, that must be so bad. That I'm like, well, okay. Like when someone tells me that, what I think is, wow, that person really just told me that my condition is really bad. Something like, sorry, if I forget what I just said, I'm totally sorry. I think I know what I'm talking about. And that's also something I have. It's like short-term memory at times, but I feel like everyone experiences that. But it's when someone says, that must be really bad for you. I mean, in my head, I'm like, yeah, it is. I kind of been dealing with this illness for 4 years, and it's uncurable. And you have no idea what you're talking about because you don't live with it. And that's kind of what I think. I know it's kind of like bad a little bit, but it's kind of how I think about it when someone tells me that. Another thing that people tell me is my friend's mother's cousin, kind of like that meme I shared yesterday, or in the video before this, tried this and the pain went away forever, and she hasn't had bad pain since. In my head, I'm like, I doubt that's FDA approved. I doubt it's any clinical study that it works. She most likely tried it from somebody else, and it's kind of been faking it until she believes it. I mean, because you kind of do sometimes do that with the chronic illness because you want the pain to go away. You want to believe it's not there. Deep down inside, you know what it is. You know that your pain won't be forever gone. Because not until you get like this organ removed or this pain taken away from you, it's never truly gone. So yeah. So that's a bit hot topic for me. But another thing that is kind of hard for me, like when people say certain things, is when they kind of go off and compare my condition to something else, or compare this to someone else that has it worse up there, because it does make me feel bad for talking about my condition. It makes me feel bad about wanting to share my story, about being open about my condition because someone else out there has it worse. And if you're thinking, well, she's just doing this all because of the money that it could bring in, all because of the views, I'm honestly not. I'm doing this so that my friends, my family, and possibly others out there, that this could help them and understand more about ADPKD and chronic illness in general. And also, if you're my friends that don't know about my condition, this was also kind of me talking about it in a way I've never done it before. And so that if you want to rewatch this video or a video that I've posted, you can. And you can see what's going on in my life a little bit medically wise. So that you can see and understand in a way and know that I have this condition and I'm not going to let it stop me. So, I just want to note here, do not ever compare someone else's condition with the person's, like me, or someone else is telling you about their condition. Don't compare. Because that will make the person feel really bad. It will make the person regret telling you. Regret saying anything about what he, she, they, them are feeling. They will want to go back in time because they feel so embarrassed and sad that they just talked about their condition or talked about how their pain level is really high. And here this person comes saying, at least you don't have cancer. At least you're not in the hospital in a coma. That will strongly discourage someone from talking about it. And that's partly why I haven't wanted to share my story since the 7th grade. Because people told me, at least you don't have cancer. At least you're not out there and your condition is worse than it could be. Because that made me really put myself back in a bubble. Put myself back where I was before I told that person. Because I thought that person wouldn't judge me. And yes, I know there will be people out there saying this kind of stuff, and I will accept that. I decided I won't let that affect me. Because I'm done trying to hide my life anymore. I'm done trying or hiding my illness from anyone else now. Because it just makes my life harder. A lot harder. And I made a promise to myself that one day I would share my story. I would share what I'm going through, and I would continue to do so. So that hopefully I could help someone else in the future. So, I'm going to wrap this up on this note. I'm also going to link a couple books, well, this book down below, or I'll put the name of the book down below. I'm not going to link it because I don't really have time right now. But I will post some stuff down there that you could want to check out if you want. Or if you want to go look at something, I'll put some stuff down in the description below for you. Thank you for watching this video. And remember, never compare. And also, if you did see this video, if you feel like it, put a hashtag NPKD on your story and hashtag and chronic illness on your Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, any social media if you want to. I'm not going to tell you you have to. But yeah, that's it for today. Bye!